All right.
Are we up? Are we calling it like we see it? A part that I own, calling it like we see it.
All right. Ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Bam. There we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Poetry Lounge.
Hello, everyone. What up? What up? Good evening. How you doing out there? Good to see y'all.
It is a special night tonight. As y'all can see, we are streaming again on different platforms, and we have a collection of badass poets, badass mothers who don't take no guff off of no one. Shouts out to Cool Runnings. We're here ready to rock, y'all. This is gonna be dope. I'm slowly waking up. My body has been asleep all day. It has taken 12 hours, and I'm here, y'all. But I'm excited for our post tonight. Big shouts out to Jasmine. Big shouts out to Tiffany Moon and the Greenway Court Theater for making this happen. Jasmine, I love you. You should just say things to people, Jasmine, because every time you talk, I feel inspired.
I'm so done with you. Well, it is National Poetry Month, so we are kicking it off. Yes, we are kicking it off, y'all. If y'all know, it's the 30-30 challenges. It's like writing every single day, writing prompts, just all kind of reading, literature, movements happening for the whole month of April. I mean, we celebrate every day, but April is super special. And then we are kicking off our LA Get Down Festival virtually, the hip hop and spoken word festival that we do with the Greenway Court Theater. And I'm excited. We have lots of events happening, beautiful poetry happening. And so just celebrate it wherever you are, no matter your level of writing. National Poetry Month is for you. So like challenge yourself to write every single day. It's a tool, it's a gift. You got to exercise that craft. So I hope that everybody is we're on day 6, technically, day 6. So that means you would have had 6 poems written already. You should have. Yes. And then I was also say that on our page, we are highlighting just open micers and slam members within our community because, everybody shows us so much love. So what we wanted to do at DPO was just to highlight the voices that show up for us weekly and all the time and just literally share you with the world a little bit because we just appreciate y'all getting y'all talents and people should know who you are and what you do. So we're going to be celebrating. We're going to posting 30 poets all month long. So every day we're going to post someone. So be on the lookout for that.
Yes. And we shouted out the team and everything, but real quick before we get into the rules and we get this list going, I want to shout out the poets, the ones who signed up for the open mic tonight, previous nights, and the ones who didn't sign up because y'all make this happen. So we appreciate y'all so very much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for speaking. Thank you for participating for sure.
All that. Hell yeah. I know. Y'all ready for some motherfucking poetry? That's how Mom Def used to say it. He'd be like, y'all ready for some poetry, motherfuckers? I was like 12. I was like, fuck yeah. That's how 12-year-old me talks.
Yeah. How are y'all doing? How are the poets doing? Somebody check in with us. How y'all feeling? Y'all excited? Where are you? Where you coming from? Talk to us.
Yeah, we excited. LA in the house.
Yeah, that's right.
California up in here.
DMV, we excited up in here.
Come on.
Hey. DMV, shouts out. Yeah, we got all walks of life. Did I hear there was Oklahoma in the house somewhere?
Whoop, whoop, yes.
Hey. Shout out y'all home.
You know what I'm saying? We was gonna have Florida in the house, you know what I'm saying? But I'm here, you know what I'm saying? I count, I'm still there. Hey, my cousin's in town. Floridaed up in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And since we shouting out homes, I also want to shout out my home. I mean, I'm representing LA right now for sure. Been here for a long enough time, but also want to shout out to Camden and to Philly since we out here talking about zip codes and areas and stuff. So a few rules real quick on the top of my head. Feel free to jump in, team. Number one, it's a safe space. Matthew has such a great definition of safe space, but overall, It is all of our responsibilities to keep the space safe. That is a mouthful. Just make sure you're being respectful of everyone. You're not intentionally trying to be harmful or disrespectful. And if you notice anything that is a little disrespectful, feel free to bring it up. You could private message us or anything like that. Audience at home, we got you. We're gonna keep it good. Other than that, the other rule is just to have fun. Poets, you have 3 minutes. And what else?
Yeah.
Don't put gum under your seat.
Don't put gum under your seat. Where's the bathroom? I don't know. You tell me.
For sure.
Yeah. Make sure you're respectful in the chat, all that good stuff. I know we're streaming on all these platforms. And I know you think we can't see you, but I got devices set up everywhere, looking and watching.
Bought the whole Florida tonight. Yeah. He bought the Florida water. He bought the Florida.
Might have to open a window. I don't even know what that means in reference to what she's talking
Florida
about.
man hosts an open mic.
Yes, indeed. Speaking of which,
come on.
Are you ready for poetry, nice individuals?
I'm ready.
Woohoo!
That's what I'm talking about. I'm ready for some poets. Yo, I was sitting here looking, and I'm like, it's so dope because we've already crossed over into the year of doing these things online, and in that year, we've gotten a chance to develop relationships with poets all over the country, and one of those poets is our first poet on the mic tonight, y'all.
It's been an honor to get to know this poet virtually. Always great energy, always beautiful smile and beautiful hair, and also beautiful poems. So I hope there's not a lot of pressure, but y'all at home and everywhere, look at their face, please.
Yeah. I was gonna say, even them Chicago poets couldn't come up with an Illinois. Oh, coming up, give it up for Yesenia.
Hey, woo! That was great. Thanks. So this is part of still of my I Hate That Bitch series, and I'm gonna keep talking about it until I'm ready.
Right.
So this is called List of Mild Inconveniences. As much as I fucking hate you, I'm still a decent human being who believes the universe will beat her ass if she sends out any actual threats. So here, I'll mildly inconvenience you, bitch, with the list. 1, I hope you accidentally run into a wall over and over and over again. I can't put my hands on you because, jail and assault charges don't look pretty. So, for fun, I'm going to imagine that my sweet, sweet little hands are rocking your shit into the next dimension. Enjoy the wall, bitch. I heard you liked it hard. 2, I hope the next man, dumb enough to be in love with you, cheats. I hope you find out he's smashing the lashes off that bitch in the worst way possible. And when you do, I will be in the bushes, cackling like an old hag. 3, I hope on the worst day of your life, you run out of tissue. So you gotta do that thing where, you wipe your snotty ass sorrows on your clothes. Not the worst thing that ever happened to your clothes, considering you're the one that bought them. 3A, I hope on your way to the store in your snotty ass clothes, you see me, buying the last of the tissue. We will make eye contact, and I will giggle like a schoolgirl at your expense. 4, I hope the Black delegation disowns you, strips you of every piece of Black girl joy you've ever had. Ooh. You know how fucking embarrassing that would be to explain to your mom why you suddenly put raisins in your mac and cheese? Tell her how you fucked with the correct bitch, and now you're a hueless person. Now, 4A, you might have a 700 credit score after all of that, but I can still shake some ass inside the cookout. Now, how you gonna hate from outside the club? Your ugly ass white ass can't even get in no more. Thank you.
Oh, man.
Not the business.
Yeah, Jasenia.
Oh my gosh.
How you gonna end like that?
You hueless motherfucker. Not you hueless.
So I have a few quotes. I mean, there were so many things, but snotty ass clothes, it's sad. 3A, you didn't say for or next. 3A, this was a very specific deep thought poem. You thought this out. The Black delegation owns you. I would weep for the rest of my life. And hueless. I'm gonna steal that one, but all right.
Right.
Wow. Wow,
Yeah.
y'all. Is that how we're gonna start off? Let's keep it going, Mac.
I
I
think
don't even
so.
know what I would do if somebody wrote a poem like that about me. I think I just have to I don't know, like throw my hand in hot water or something. I don't know. Throw boiling water on like my toes. I don't know. Something that's like not quite masochist. I don't know. But
Coming up next.
I'm enjoying it. I was gonna say I'm coming up next.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
I like this guy because both of us were in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Coming up next, we got David to the stage. Give it up for David, because
I get it.
Hey guys, this is my my very first time. Be gentle.
Let's go, David. Welcome.
Yay.
All right. This is called My First Date with Fear. I first sat down with you 3 weeks ago. I wasn't sure what to expect, but you blew my mind through my own written text. I learned you're rooted in me everywhere I go, sprouting doubt to my yeses, feeding off my no's, influencing my desires and doing as I'm told. Well, guess what? I too have a crease in this fold. My dear fear, don't you know you are born from hurt? You matured in the soil that is my trauma's dirt. When I think of you, I don't even want to bother, because your name is fear of becoming my father. While he has his own fears born of trauma and pain, I really doubt he's ever stopped to consider its name. He used to be someone to look up to or be like. I remember being 3, him holding me so tight. That loving father is there. That light just no longer is bright. How do you help someone who doesn't want to help themselves? It's easy to give him one of the many books on my shelves, but it wouldn't matter. When people are hurt, they form an identity for protection. They'll say anything to protect their false serenity from reflection.
Come on, David.
All right then.
Beautiful. David, do you mind me asking, is this your first time at DPL or your first time doing a poem like on public in general?
I've been in DPL for the last few weeks, but this is my very first time performing ever.
Nice.
Hey.
Beautiful. I am so glad you chose this platform to do it, and on YouTube and all this stuff is not easy. So thank you so much for being here. That was a beautiful poem. And I loved You Weren't Born from Hurt. Absolutely a necessary reminder. Thank you so much for that poem, David.
Hell yeah.
That's beautiful. I want to say shout out to everybody in the comments in the chat right now on YouTube. We see y'all in there. It just feels so much love in here. So please continue. Like if you hear a line tonight that just touches your spirit and just give you the Holy Ghost, if it just stirs something up in your bones, go ahead and continue to drop those in the comments. Quan, we see you in there. Who else we have? Maya Luna, we see you in here. So please continue dropping those comments, y'all, because these poets are about to go in and they're doing so beautifully. So please continue to inspire them and to lift them up in the comments. Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I've decided for the evening I'm gonna try to find something clever and corny to say about every poet coming up.
You always do that.
Yeah, I want
clever and corny.
You know what I'm saying? And this next poet was tricky. It's a tricky poet to play with because I love my brother's sons, my nephews, right? They're really great. But I can't remember what his daughters, that's Denise.
Oh,
that's Denise's.
Woo, he reached so
coming up
far.
next. Y'all give it up for Denise Washington.
Ooh, that was a
Ooh, that was a reach.
Good.
I did not know where he was going with that. Can you see me? Are we good? Are you serious?
You're good.
I hear you. You're good.
Yeah, you're all
Okay. This poem is called Pain. Pain, I see pain, it's happening again. Pain that said he wasn't even a man. Pain that put a knee on his neck, same pain that put 3 others on his back. Pain that said it's really okay to just sit on, watch death walk up and take him away. Pain inside a human made him go blind, excused all actions and effed up his mind. Pain to make it okay, cold-hearted aggression used in a planned way. A sociopath or a sociopath, erratic range prone, which path, you do the math. I can't breathe, human, +1. Can't hear the human, -1. Won't hear the human, -2. Other voices saying the same, -3. Inhuman 2. -4, the uniform. No room for individuality, takes its own form, blind absolute conformity. -5, same uniform on the others, same blind obedience, same Hitler mother. -6, did one speak just a little, show minimal courage, challenge back to the pack he huddled? -7, did you really think, well, my knee is not on his neck, but your knee was on his back, so his lungs collapsed? -8, I know we all understand how Hitler came to be. This time 4 cops, last time whole country. -9, we all meet little points of pressure, some every day to go along with the crowd the right or wrong way. -29 seconds, a few seconds more. A public display of hate, disregard for human life, peer pressure, and many Hitler obedience took George to heaven's shore. Did you see what I did? Got to identify how it happened and what it is. Because if we don't, we will all be right back here again. It might be your father, it might be your friend. Do you really want to live this again?
Let's go.
Denise, thank you. Thank you. We might be here again. It's something I've been thinking of a lot lately. We don't want to keep doing this stuff over and over. I think life is much more than that, right? Thank you.
That's right.
Also,
that's right. You got it.
Denise, because not only was that poem powerful and necessary, but I can just tell you are a true lover of poetry. You never told me that personally, but it's something that radiates
Thank
from
you.
your heart and how much you just show up. So thank you for loving the art and also contributing.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you. Thank you, Poetry Fam.
Absolutely.
For sure. Hope you have a great rest of your night. And I know you're going to be here.
Thank you.
But thank you.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you.
Man, thanks so much, Denise. That was great.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
man. I really enjoyed hearing the nephew. But have you heard Denise? That's what I should have did. I'm gonna try later. Come back next week.
Okay, all right.
All right.
You came back to it and tried to.
Because I didn't feel okay.
Didn't feel he did it justice.
Okay, see, is actually where our next poet's from. Okay, see, watch out, coming all the way from Oklahoma City. Give it up for Venetia to the stage.
Okay.
Whoop, whoop. I'm from Tulsa, not the city. Close, but not.
Damn it!
Wow.
God darn it! You know, I told
You're okay. You are okay. I don't have a title to this piece, but Tulsa has been put on the map for something that should have always went down in the history way before time. So I'm going to use tonight to represent what is now being put into every classroom across America and then some.
Come on, sis.
Told me we couldn't have this. Sharecropper to entrepreneur was ridiculous, but they were wrong. We were trendsetters of our very own. The first civilization to bring that terminology to life. Trendsetters, Black Wall Street it was. Had buildings upon buildings, fortune beyond fortune, Black Wall Street was lit. Harlem Nights brought to your very own Tulsa, Oklahoma. But jealousy, it is cruel as the grave. And jealous they were. See, Oklahoma's promise never mentioned Black Wall Street, but they cover her up as an unseen, unveiled, shunned bride. Cover her up with college walls and laughter-filled hallways. Night-filled skies with baseball counts, Cracker Jacks, and peanuts. Massacre or riot? Riot or massacre? They finally labeled it right. It was a massacre that night. Lone nights filled to days with black smoke-filled skies. Broken bodies to burnt buildings was the scar that the mob left behind that night. But as we know, scars do not define us. It will not define what Wall Street is and was and what we are rebuilding for it to be. We will not let Black Wall Street be kept as ancient Egypt's ruler, buried with her treasure. We will send cardiovascular shocks to her 4 chambers, bringing Black Wall Street to life. Pulling her off the shelf like Bell's 12-year-old Brandy, we will speak of Black Wall Street. We will teach our kids in this nation of all what Black Wall Street is and was. For I am Black Wall Street full body as she graced the sky and smiles. For we know Black Wall Street is alive. Thank you.
Let's go. Come on.
Yes.
Thank you. Wow. You know, Renisha, there's something I used to say. I used to say poets are the true historians, and I want to correct myself a bit. I think that's kind of a little bit disrespectful to historians who put in a lot of work, but I do believe poets and writers and activists and all of us and the creators, whatever that means, are necessary historians. And you reminded me of that because we capture the emotion. And sometimes we speak the truth that other people aren't speaking. So thank you so much for that, for bringing that from home and just bringing that truth here. I appreciate you so much. And it was great to hear you. I don't know if I've heard your work before. I'm pretty sure I have. But if this is the first time, I hope I hear you again.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely. Awesome. The night is going good.
You said you were tired. You said you needed that coffee and
stuff.
Yeah,
I said those
things. Do you have it yet? Because I got it.
You got the energy?
I have it.
I don't know. I might make myself a cup of rice, you know?
Awesome. All right, let's keep it going. Who's coming up next?
I don't know. I put a lot of pressure on myself to try to be clever with these names, and I don't know
what you were thinking when you did that.
I don't know. You know what? I like a challenge, though.
Look. Yo, you gotta follow through now, man. You gotta follow through.
Yo, I got something good for you, Wade. Don't trip. And matter of fact, you know what's good is like I've had a lot of time to be able to watch some things. I like shows like, I don't know if y'all been watching the show Invincible. It's really good. Animation, craziness, you know what I'm saying? But I've been really liking that Falcon and Winter Soldier. But you know, it's a little different without Chris Evans being Captain America. But you know what's dope is that I don't need Chris Evans because coming up next, we got Josh Evans. That's right, I'm back in this mug.
I was like, where is he going?
I had no idea.
That was a long
I'm not gonna
route.
lie. I was like, well, there's like one Black Avenger. I'm Black. Is that where we're going? I don't know. I didn't know where it was going. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, this poem is called Justice Vision. I'm from Pasadena. Actually, Altadena Poetry Review recently published.
Hey.
I like nerded out because I'm from out here. So, anyways, this is called Justice Vision. Justice. This word rings like wedding bands around the fingers of our morality. We carry its conviction like thunder in our pockets, waiting for the world's villains to catch us defenseless in a dark alley. Anticipating an easy snack, we wait for wrong to happen that we may loose justice from our skin like a pride of raging lions and feel good about ourselves. We reduce justice to vengeance that we may transform ourselves into superheroes. But when you feel like you don't matter, you don't want a superhero. You want to be seen. Can you see me? Or do you only see my anti-gravity hair and skin with so many synonyms for brown that it would confuse a thesaurus? Can you see me? Or just my wheelchair, or the fact that English is not my first language, or that I'm a girl, or that I'm a boy, or that I'm unsure? Can you see me? Or am I just a set of descriptions to you? A math variable deserving whatever the consequences are for existing on the wrong side of the equal sign. Can you see me? Or are you the innocent bystander, guiltily watching me be erased? Justice, like a honeycomb or a womb, is an environment we cultivate, a breathable atmosphere favoring no one, where even the weakest among us can thrive. We are the arms and legs and lungs and wings of goodness in this world. Justice, true justice, is soul work, and all soul work begins with seeing people for who they really are. Can you see me? Thank you.
Let's go.
You know what? I see you.
Yep.
I see you all the way. I saw you before you even open your mouth because you radiate.
Yeah.
Because you radiate.
That's true.
Yes, that's an important question. Imagine a world where we saw each other more. Imagine a world where we saw each other more. And I like when you said we reduce justice to vengeance. Whew, we could talk about that for hours. Thank you so much, love. Thank you.
Yo, thank you so much, Josh. Beautiful, beautiful work. As always, actually, I'm really enjoying hearing your work every time I get a chance to hear your stuff. Super great. And you know what I'm saying? It's super fitting. Huh?
You got another joke about Josh?
No, I was just talking to Josh. I can talk to Josh too.
You never know what Matthew.
He was transitioning. I'm with you. You were going. One thing.
Thank you, Josh.
Okay.
I think it's very fitting, Josh, what you were talking about, because you're referencing a lot of comic books. You were representing heroes and justice. And one of my favorite heroes is this anti-hero named Deadpool. And it's really crazy because we got Deadpool here himself, Mr. Wade Wilson. Please give it up for Wade Wilson to the stage.
Wow. I thought that same thing 10 minutes ago.
I'm not playing with you, Cuban.
What is up, y'all? What is up? Yeah, I'm gonna get right into this. So this is my second time reading with y'all. So I'm honored for this to be as big as it is this night. So thank you for having me, for real. So on March 31st, Nipsey Hussle had passed, I think it was 2 years ago. And I had wrote this poem, and I just thought for tonight, it would be perfect to share this. So it's called Just Another Brother. I knew you would come for me if I climbed too far, because a brother with wealth and a brother with power, a brother who is loved and a brother who is admired, is a brother who is feared, envied, hated, and sought to be devoured. I knew you would come for me. I was warned this is how it would be. The oppressor applying pressure to keep my head from rising, to keep me from closing my two eyes and opening a third, finding the word and asking, what is the truth? For after more than 400 years of physical and systemic abuse, I wonder, how could I ever get ahead when you decapitate me in my youth? Seriously, what's the use? When all you want to do is see me swinging from a noose. Motherfucker, you would do anything to see me lose, wouldn't you? Nothing but a bunch of fools. Tell me, do you really hate the color of my skin that much? That you'd kill the righteous one, taking a stand at the front of the bus, sitting there in that seat for each and every one of us? Damn, I knew you'd come for me. The touch of death is present, and I willfully unexpectant. But I hope you know the hood you wear will not hide the killer underneath. But what hurts the most is it had to be just another brother from the streets. It pains me to fear you, a fellow king, another black man like me, a pain so torturous in all this time, I hate to admit it, but I'm starting to agree. Like crabs in a bucket. Nigga, are we? Because if that's the case, now I see. My dearest brother, we ain't never been freed, because the realest slavery has always been between you and me. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
Come on.
Ooh, I knew you'd come for me. It's so vulnerable, and yet at the same time, it sounds like it has so much conviction and strength.
Mm-hmm.
I was feeling like that like, huh, and also that like, yep, like.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that poem. I appreciate you being
Thank
here.
you. If you guys want to see more, I published a book.
Yes, you better go ahead and put that book in the screen.
Wait.
Make sure y'all check it out. It's on Amazon right now. If Oprah can hear my work, life, check it out.
So dope, Wade. Awesome, man. Yeah.
So I want to ask everybody. So all the poets, get ready to take ourselves on mute. I want to know, what are y'all reading though? Like, what poets are you reading? Who are you celebrating, and like your favorite writer? Like, I'm gonna give y'all like 3, 4, 5 seconds. Oh, you got the book. Davey got the books ready.
I just got Rudy Francisco's I'll Fly Away that Scott's got up there. His new one. I just got that. Shout out to Rudy. He's the best.
Yes.
That's fam right there.
our computer's like sitting on a book, on 2 books. This isn't a poetry book, but it's hood feminism and
Keep some Audre Lorde
we got
nearby.
some Audre Lorde here.
Yeah. So okay. So wait. So David, what were you reading?
It's a collection. It's just called A Poem for Every Day of the Year.
Hey, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
so it's got like Shakespeare, a bunch of old school and new school. But recent, I really like InQ.
Oh, and cute. Yeah, good stuff. Also fam.
Absolutely, absolutely.
What were you reading?
Oh yeah, I got some Audrey too, Sister Outsider.
Nice. I thought so.
Bell Hooks.
Yes.
And I got an Octavia novel I'm going through that's not nearby.
Hell yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Nia, what you got?
Yeah, I just was recently inspired by a poet I just met actually in the DC area. She's Whiskey Girl, and major inspiration. And she's just supporting local artists too. So
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
Also, it's not poetry, but this book reads like poetry. It's so beautiful. If anyone's ever heard of it.
Okay. All right.
All the recommendations.
Inspiration. If poets ever are not sure what to do when they're like, oh, I have writer's block, I don't know what to do, I want to create, I say one of the best things to do is read something. And sometimes we too tired to read, especially during these times. I get it, okay? I'm not trying to force that on people, but take a walk. But if you have the energy, go ahead and read something. Please read other poets' work. And so thank y'all for sharing that. That was absolutely, and thank you for asking, Jazz, for sure.
Yeah. I always ask poets, I'm like, they're like, I want to get better at poetry. And I'm like, well, do you read a lot of poetry? I'm like, no. And I was like, well, imagine if you played basketball but never watched it. I would be like pretty.
Sorry, I'm staring at you like this because I thought you were about to lead into the next intro. I don't know what you're up to today.
Waiting for it.
But I do want to. Can I say something?
Say it.
So the next poet I think is from DC.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. And I just want to shout out DC, Baltimore, the whole DMV area because I just remember, other than Philly and stuff, the place I frequented the most when I lived on the East Coast for poetry was Baltimore and DC. The poetry, I can't speak on it now. I'm sure it's amazing. I know poets who are still there, but it was so heavy and so rich in the spirit, y'all, the spirit, and Black as hell. And just that was like a third home, and it was the Baltimore in particular. I know we talk about DC, was the first place I featured outside of Philly. So I just want to shout out that whole area in particular, and the poets and the Blackness and the rawness. And I don't know if you had
Ashe, bro. The DMV, this is the only place that I feel good going to DMV is when I go to East Coast.
I get what you were trying to do.
Yeah, you kind of messed it up with your intro a little bit.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I'm blaming you. Coming up next is Nia Killer, all the way from the DMV.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi.
Hey.
That was a wonderful shout out. I'm not from the area, but I've been living out here for a couple years, and I would absolutely second the vibe on that. So my piece is kind of untitled, but I just recently wrote it. I wanted to share it with you guys. Music, that was your love language. I learned that about you quickly. Deep conversations over whiskey. You spoke in poetry. Intricate swirls of thoughts in the air. Mesmerized, I had never seen so many. Beautifully, openly, honestly shared. They began attracting me. Your fumes had my senses on activate, responding by letting my own thoughts escape. I felt safe. I felt seen for the first time by your kind, well, seen how I wanted to be, naturally. We began spending more time, gradually. Growing closer, I could feel when you were near. Midnight shift taking me in shifts, speaking to my body in ways I couldn't hear. It felt like forever, infinitely bonded to you. There could never be another, no replacements, they could never. But my foundation had been cracked. Limited beliefs, I didn't know that love could bloom. I think that kind of scared me. Wasn't sure that I deserved it so soon. See, I'd spent so much time confused about what love even was. Consumed by loss and trauma, I had a wounded sense of trust, bearing myself naked to you. I thought keeping it real would do the trick. Brainwashed by recurrent lies, thought that was the only requirement. The beautiful garden I love grew wilted when you said you were through. And yeah, maybe I can't remember the last time I'd watered you. I try to pinpoint when I started making the wrong moves. Was it that you didn't go after what you wanted? Or is it me we should accuse? I boarded the heartbreak train with a one-way ticket. Worst assumption I could make was you'd pay my way back. Failed attempt at picking up the slack, I rebounded. Our love was pure and I took that for granted. Old tactics set in motion, my behavior, sometimes drastic. All I really wanted to say was, I want you back like it had been. Each boundary created was protection. More than close friends, my spirit wasn't happy with our ending. Time was always a concept with you, but seldom these days do you share your point of view. Or maybe it is you who no longer wants anything to do with me. I still grow the seed you planted in my soul. Desire still burns when you hit my phone. Emotional roller coaster, you call me each time y'all over. Fantasies of cabin stays. There are new parts of you I find myself wanting to discover. Energetic ties keep me wanting that old thing back. I'm still focused on myself and I ain't getting off track, but a love like that, only experienced once in my life, and that's facts. Letting it go sometimes just don't sit right. Back and forth with myself, but I ain't the only one in this fight. Bittersweet current realities open up emotional sores, but rest assured, there's always a place in my heart that's yours.
Come on.
Aw,
Yes.
hell
First
yeah.
of all, the smile at the end. Yes. That poem sound like music lyrics, you know? It sounded like I was listening to like an art song. That took me somewhere. I was like, yes, thank you. I love when you said your fumes had my senses on active. Y'all know them familiar smells that just have you going like, oh, you just remember things, you know? Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. We are keeping the night moving, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us here on this platform. We are trying to expand things that we're doing here at DPL. And again, big shout out to Jasmine and all the DPL crew and staff, and even the people over the Greenway Theater that have been helping us do some really, really cool stuff. We got the Get Down Festival that's happening this month. Make sure you check out on all our platforms, places that you can see stuff that we are doing things. Find ways that you can get involved. There's poetry all over the place. And the world's a lot smaller now because we got this situation where we can't hug each other and shit.
But we will soon. We will
soon. Yeah, we will soon.
Jazz, you got any commercial announcements you want to go ahead and make at all?
Yeah, I'm over here. I'm trying to DJ a little bit, you know, give y'all a little something. But yeah, I want to say, can y'all hear me okay? Good. So these are a few dates to look out for our festival that's happening. I mean, April is such a beautiful month and I'm just super excited. So really quickly, I want to just say that our first ever drive-through poetry showcase is happening in over, like gathering in over what, a year and a half now it's been. So we're going to have a drive-through poetry showcase with Shihan is going to host, and just DPL fam. That date is actually going to be on April 25th. So it's moving from the 11th to the 25th. So you guys are going to hop into your cars, COVID safety precautions, the Greenway Court Theater. We're going to host it in the basketball park of the Greenway at the theater in the back. So it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful night. Starts at 5:30 with the Melrose Trading Post. So please mark your calendars for that. We have our Ink Slam, our competition. We slamming again. I mean, you know, the world has opened up a little bit, so we kind of back. Ink Slam. So it's a winner takes all cash money prize. Some heavy hitters from all over are coming through the slam. That's happening on April 24th. So you'll be able to tune into that virtually. That will be a virtual slam. And just see your faves from all over repping, and they're going to just hash it out for some cash money prize and get some, have some fun with that. We have some movie screenings. We have lots of films. it's a whole schedule. So if you go to greenwaycourttheater.org/LA Get Down 2021, the entire schedule is posted there. There's workshops, there's poetry writing workshops, there are hip hop poetry workshops, just everything, and it's just a beautiful thing. But a couple of days to look out are the 25th, which is our first ever drive-through, and then we're gonna do the Ink Slam that's on the 24th. So those 2 dates have been moved. Okay, so be aware of those things, and I hope that everybody shows up. To get tickets, it's limited. So if you guys are trying to come out there, with the cars, it's $10 per car. Just pack the whole thing up. Safety though, with your COVID people who you've been quarantined with, just y'all. So it's $10 per car. Get your tickets now because we don't want to sell out. Okay, we do want to sell out, but we want to make sure that y'all are in there to get it. So please, it is limited just because we have to be careful with the COVID. So please go ahead if you're interested in that. We would love to see you, and we would love to have you and just kind of hug you from a distance, but kind of still be in the same space to celebrate.
So this some drive-by poetry.
Drive-by poetry.
Yes.
Actually, shouts out to my old troupe back in Florida, Black on Black Rhyme. We used to do poetry drive-bys. We would just literally a whole squad or the whole community would just roll up at somebody's house and we would just start doing poetry.
That's so cool.
Yeah, we called it the drive.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So, that's
So it's a lot of fun. And we're going to be able to stream that, and we're going to post that for our family, our extended family out there in different areas of the state. So you will be able to still see it.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for the commercial break, Jazz. Also, thank you, Jazz, for you. Every chance I get, I want to shout you out because not only are you an amazing leader and coordinator here in DPL, but you're also one of my favorite humans ever. And I mean that from the bottom top.
Thank you.
All right, let's keep it
Concur.
Yeah, man. I love being in California. It's so dope to be a part of like things that are happening out in Hollywood. But you know what? I don't give a goddamn care about Hollywood because I love Holly Lynn coming up next to the stage. Whenever I see Holly Lynn, I think hallelujah. Give it up for the Moon Storybook.
Thank you, sir. When I was in college, because you do things when you're in college, that was my alter ego, was Hollywood. So she would do things that I would probably still do, but all right. I have just had one poem that's been stuck in my head. It's my own poem, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to do it again and again and again. So here you go. The night was made for you. The night was made for your magic, Alice. Wildflowers stumble down off the tower that they constructed for you. The many men who laid the bricks, the they, the them who poured the cement, let them watch as it crumbles by your hands. Let them bear witness as you reject the tarnished cage they built for you. They tried to make you fear the trip down the rabbit hole, but the trip can be calculated step, not a fumble if you let go of all the lies they tried to force feed you under shrouded capture. Let them know that you will not let them make a meal of you only to cast aside your bones. Let them stand by as you ascend a throne of your own making. Stitched together from broken promises of golden meadows where they said that your wildflower could grow. But they never possessed the knowledge and how to tend the soil. They have never been anything other than peddlers of cheap tricks and snake oils. Do not count yourself a fool, for it is a fool who counts you out, who sells you short on your worth more than silver and other precious ores. The vaults of kings cannot compare to the vessels of queens. You are a queen, not of hearts, but of diamonds. Fakes chip when struck, but when struck, you leave a mark. You'll leave your mark. You are the only one who's been sent here for the work you have left to do. And though there may be work left undone, you'll get it done. You will hear the word imposter maliciously whispered on the wind, but it's just a weak attempt by them to not let you win. Will you give in to them?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Holly,
Jasmine, that's how that poem goes.
Wow.
Got it.
You said something in the beginning
Nice.
about like repeating something. You said you're gonna hear it again, and I'm like, why can't there's a few poets who repeat their greats or the poems they love over and over. And I found myself going like, oh, I want to hear something else. And I go, why not? I love that poem. If you love it, let's hear it again. Singers do it. Musicians do it. They get on stage and they play.
That's true.
But let's show our greats. Let's hear the greats. And then when you're ready to present something new, let's do it. I think as poets, we're put under too much pressure. As long as we're being honest and stuff and show up, like, let's do it. So thank you so much. I love your work. You know that. I love your energy. And I like when you said something about there may be work left to do, but what was that? It'll get.
Though there may be work left undone, you'll get it done.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that.
Thank you. And I want to shout out to GPL. Thank you guys for having me as one of your 30 for 30. Much appreciated. I love all you guys so much. So thank you.
Hell yeah. That was such a pleasant poem. You know, it was so pleasant. I could use multiple pleasant, which would be pleasant. And I don't know, maybe Scott Pleasance up to the stage. Give it up for I Am.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, what's happening, man? What's happening? That was a great introduction, man.
Thank you. I was reaching once again. That's where
I'm at. I got it. You did good, man. You did good. And just to let you know, man, I think I was a little older than 12 when Mos Def was doing his thing.
I was around there.
There you go. But what it is, what's happening is, going back a little bit, I got a poem and it's called I Wanna Write. And I'm originally from the Bronx, and we used to travel 2 hours down to Camden, New Jersey. Right, hey, and get dropped off. And I felt like I was in another world. But it was fantastic, you know, way back when and stuff. So let me share this because this is a little sentimental. It's called I Wanna Write. Hey mom, I wanna write a poem about you. I wanna write a poem so good that I get to read it on the steps of the Capitol in Washington, D.C. as I mention your name. I wanna write a poem so big that you can see it from a satellite in space. The words will be surrounded in quotes that say I love you, and nothing can take your place. Hey mom, I wanna write a poem so insightful that it's the lead-in at the Nobel Peace Prize speech, a galvanizing moment that only true visionaries can seek. I wanna write a poem so cool that the rappers use it as their lyrics, a melodic string of words that envelop a beat. It makes the young folks nod their heads and the matriarchs like you get out of their seat. Hey mom, I wanna write a poem so current that it's used as a Super Bowl commercial, those 30 seconds of instant fame that makes people forget about the actual game. I wanna write a poem so historic that it replaces the national anthem. Instead of kneeling in silence, we will be proudly reciting it. Hey mom, I wanna write a poem so true that it becomes required reading in school. I remember when you were a teacher, that's back when they said teachers were cool. I wanna write a poem so cross-sectional that it's heard in the projects and the burbs, in the backyard, on the front porch, behind those doors that say, do not disturb. Hey mom, I wanna write a poem so dope, it's turned into a t-shirt. On the front it says sticks and stones, and on the back it says unhurt. I wanna write a poem so special that you can order it online, pick your size, your color, and instant delivery time. Hey mom, I wanna write a poem so popular that you can just Google it. It will be the first thing that appears. You can download it, save it, and keep it for years. You know, sometimes I just want to write a poem about me talking to you and you talking to me. Sometimes I want to write a poem about, I don't know, sometimes I just want to write a poem about something meaningful and true. Hey mom, I want to write a poem just so you know that I wrote a poem about you. Thank you.
Wow.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That
was nice.
Appreciate it.
That really, it really just touched my heart. It was such a pleasant poem. No, I did not.
There you go.
Man, I'm telling you.
It was giving me Gil Scott vibes. It was giving me.
It was nice.
Last Poets. Yes, I'm up in there. Yes. Come on, Scott.
Yes.
Appreciate it, y'all. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Also, thank you for shouting out Camden. Not to make it about me, but my city doesn't get talked about a lot. So whenever someone brings it up, it just means a whole lot because it deserves more.
You got it. That's true story too. We used to take the ride down to, I guess, exit 3, 4, wherever it was, and get dropped off. And then, that was kind of our summer vacation. But it was cool back then. Like I said, Camden is on the map. It's coming back too. It's really coming back.
Shout out to Camden. Shout out to the refrain, "Hey mom," because it just reminds me of one of the biggest things. Personally, I ain't trying to reach for fame, but if my family knows my work, if the ones closest to me know my work and they're proud, that means a lot. And then one of my dreams is that I connect with a rapper too. So I felt a lot in your poem. So thank you so much.
A lot, yeah.
Hey, so dope,
Yeah.
Scott.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I really appreciate it. I always need that stuff. You said sticks and stones, and on the back it says unhurt. I need that shirt.
Yeah.
Let me know.
Yeah.
We'll work on it.
I'm ready. Man, I gotta tell you, I've been enjoying these poems so much that I didn't actually get to think of anything for the next poet. So let me go ahead and take a look at Melissa. It's Melissa coming up next. Give it up for Melissa to the stage.
Hi, everyone. So this is my first time. I'm nervous, but I keep telling myself if I don't face my fears, then I can't grow. So here it goes.
There you go.
This poem is called Corazón. So I'm gonna start. Dear heart, I understand your frustration, how you yearn for love, a love that fills you up when you've tipped over. Because once again, the world knocked you down. A love that speaks to you and says, I'll nourish you the way you do me. We give when the other lacks. It is not more or less, it is a balance. Corazón, life has introduced you to pain. It took your tenderness and roughened it with scars, wounds so deep they look like trenches from battlegrounds. Old memories hiding from the surface. Water fills the space, engulfs all that is deep. Your tears blossomed what was once a field of wounds, wounds now nourished like the ocean trenches. The depth of your cuts still linger. As you navigate through the most painful parts, you observe all the healing, all the life that surrounds you, as you swim further into your deepest blue. Oh, but sweet corazón, you are not afraid, because these scars have taught you to be resilient. You have trained yourself to visit the bottom of your darkest memories and always come up for air. Each time you do, you gain strength to come up and be kissed by the sun, and to look back and say, I am no longer my old wounds. I will not drown in my own sorrows. I may visit and see something new I hadn't before. I take what I can and learn. You see, the cuts that once tore you apart are now healed. The scars keep you together now. Dear corazón, you are stronger now. I feel it. It's inspiring and terrifying. You're afraid of new wounds. But if we've learned anything, it's that the love that we carry can be saved for us too. Thank you.
Yes, it can. Can I ask you an honest question?
Great job.
Yes.
How do you feel after that poem?
I feel great. I feel so relieved. Oh, that was scary.
First job.
Thank you.
I love when you said your tears blossom what was once a field of wounds. Then you said scars have taught you to be resilient. And it's something we say in the street poets. So Matthew and I were connected to this community very deeply, and also to another community called Street Poets. And we have this saying about tears, right? Tears is that Street Poets saying?
It's actually like an indigenous speaking that says that the deeper your scars, the more capacity you have for joy. We like to say tears are like holy water too. And so I appreciate that. Whenever I see tears come into space, it also gives permission to other people to feel in a deeper way. So I appreciate it.
Right.
Thank you.
That's beautiful.
If it is your first time like being here tonight, keep showing up, keep showing up. I like to compare it. I don't know if people still jump double dutch, but I say it's always rope the first time. That thing just be swinging. Once you get in there, like yay. And this is coming from somebody jumping a rope. But metaphorically, I've done it. I'm good on ends though.
Yeah. Like, hey, drop those green hearts too. Drop those green hearts for Melissa.
Man, I'm really excited to introduce this next poet because this guy is in charge of the entire ocean. Did you know that?
Wow.
He's in charge of the whole ocean. He's the Caesar. He's Caesar.
I'm not about to play with you, Gibby.
I don't know about that.
Come on, man. I was excited about this one for the whole thing.
I don't know about
I'm not about to play with you.
Caesar. Come on, man. That's it. Judges, 10, 5. I'm feeling good.
You know,
right, that was something. That was something else.
You're in charge of the ocean. You're like Aquaman.
As the night has gone on, I've had the mental image. You know, I've seen Space Jam. You know, Michael Jordan's reaching for that last basket. He getting closer to the basket, and that was it. He made it. Game's over. All right, so I'm gonna do exactly what Holly did, and I'm just gonna pull from one that's been feeling good lately. This is called Someday. The most dangerous word my people and I will ever hear in the English language is someday. Someday our time will come. Someday they will treat us better, pay us fairly, make more room for us at the table we carved. Someday we won't be dehumanized, ostracized, scrutinized, victimized. Walls won't be built in biblical proportions to greet us goodbye. The glass ceiling might actually be something resembling colorblind, just as soon as someday comes to set us free. We, the proverbial seeds of the original forestry that blessed this savage land with dreams, now regarded as secondhand citizens with third world needs. Fuck that noise. The way the civilized folk condescend to my people about someday, we who gave birth to your cities with proud native tongues, we who breathed angelitos into your favorite city filled with all the stars in the night sky, we are now asked to admire from scenic eighth circle hell on the other side of a fence. Our someday pumps through our veins like an army of orphaned blood oaths coursing through these coronary temples our ancestors made of us. We are the war. This war is with us. I am an overflowing river of someday my Aztec foremothers blessed this earth with, as they saw my Spanish fuckboy forefathers creeping like slow death across unconsenting ocean, a monarchy of fresh murders, craving indigenous daughters and burial grounds not yet desecrated. 500 years to the day on my birthday, I arose like fresh defiance from the burial soil of my family tree, a fucking savage, like the conquistadors condemned us to be a graveyard like their imperialist Anglo-Saxon society demands of me. Generations of some days line my bones in razor shrapnel and hushed screams like colonization runs my pulse into flat lines, and I have to keep breathing to keep my matriarch names living. I don't have bipolar disorder, you colonizers. I am an emotional atom bomb my bruja bisabuelas have waited centuries to hear go off and split the atoms of your false sense of security. And I am one of many. We are legion, una raza, an infinity, yet you condescend to us about someday, with the audacity to call my kinfolk dreamers when we are the ones who don't know what the fuck sleep is. We who have only been offered second-hand nightmares at discount store prices from cradle to grave. So we tear our dreams out of our sleep stillborn, make first-hand dynasties of our beliefs, kingdoms of our own hustle, just to keep our bodies above ground, luchando, venciendo against anything, everything your someday demand we settle for. Fuck your someday. Somos la guerra está con nosotros. We ain't settling, we ain't sorry. We, the only damned someday we will ever need, out here grabbing today by the ribcage, shaking your diluted somedays out of our membranes, unapologetically declaring we remain untamed the way we keep fighting for everything taken from us, as though Aztec dynasty and our soul still remains. We ain't settling, and we have not even begun to fight today.
Woo!
You know what?
Oh, see that? You know what you was doing.
Caesar, I won't pretend like I know your whole catalog because I've only heard you on the DPL platform so far, but that is my favorite poem of yours so far that I've heard.
Thank you.
settling, we ain't sorry. The conviction, like, fuck yes. We are the war is with us. That statement, I know that was very like, that was you, you know, showing up right there. But I want to say thank you in my own way for that line. And I don't have I don't have bipolar colonizers. Come on, it was too many lines to bring up, but those three I was able to catch, because once I caught one line, you said something else amazing. Thank you so much. I want to hear that poem again and again.
Absolutely, it was a pleasure to share it here with all of you again. Thank you.
Yes.
Awesome. Oh, what a night, y'all. I appreciate y'all sticking with us. We appreciate y'all on YouTube. Though I will say, I've noticed the YouTube comments are not enjoying my puns as much as I thought they would.
That's why you can't look at the comments. That's a life rule. You don't look at the comments.
I need the attention and the approval. My depression is crippling. No, kidding. I'm so excited I got to host with y'all. This is wonderful. We have our final poet for the evening. And you know what? I've been doing puns all night. I think it's time that we just do something a little fresh. Something like a fresh young coconut. You know, I'm coming to the stage you know what I'm saying? Fresh young coconut. Please give it up for Karina Rees coming to the stage.
Hi, everyone. Okay, hold on 1 second. I have to text my family and tell them I'm going on because they want to see.
I'll stall like Joseph. So stalling like Joseph.
Okay. All right. So thank you guys for having me. This is my first time presenting here. Probably like my second time ever reading a poem in public. So I'm a little nervous. Okay, so this poem is called The Art of Collage. Collage is a woman's art. It is the breaking and the taking of memories and bones, small fingers cracked under the weight of skies lifted. It is a gathering of tears and ancestors whose wombs begot wombs begot wombs, ripening and shedding until the moon dipped, taking its harvest to a new lover, while we are left to bury the seeds of unknown fruit. Collage is a poet's art. It is the twisting and the gleaning of water from a rag filled with the blood of dreams and nightmares, slow bodies rolled into a chiffonade, paper cuts, knife cuts, words cut. It is a balm of indifference that numbs the sight of sentences that run away like children at sunset, never looking back. Collage is the art of my people. It is the push and pull of borders and tribes, of blankets scattered like souvenirs, while kids walk cold with baskets filled with broken stories. Stories that tell of powerful warriors and women with skin like honey, whose legacies are reborn as fast as they are taken. Collage is my art. It is my pacing and my lacing, grommets looped with my heartstrings, pulled tight while I wait for the glue to dry. It is my mask and my vice, a lifetime of painful beauty collected, ear, neck, chin, lip, lessons learned from the demons who haunt my bed and the angels I sleep with. It is the slow roasting of my soul, a smolder that makes my bones ache and begs for release.
Wow.
Karina, that's your name? Yeah. Okay, you said it's the second time?
Thank you.
It's the second time. I hope you continue to show up. As someone who is an absolute nerd for poetry now, I am decades in. Don't ask me how old I am. I'm still pretending like I'm a young girl. Anyway, the point is, I have fallen in love with poetry in this way, and I just want to say that I appreciate your words and your voice, and your poetry is necessary. Collage is a poet's art. Paper cuts, knife cuts, words cut. Come on, poet. Come on. I don't know how long you've been writing, but I hope you continue to do it, and I hope I get to hear more of your work. And you're the type of work I want to read. So thank you.
Thank you all so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank y'all.
Yeah.
What a wonderful night.
This was great. Y'all, I think I say this too much, but every time I think I'm too tired to show up for something, I show up, especially for this community. And then I'm like, yep, I needed it. You know, once in a while we have those moments where we're like, okay, I'm still tired. But I think overall, when I show up with this community, I'm like, yeah, I needed that. I needed that. So thank y'all so much, every single person. If it's your first time showing up tonight again, or if you are hesitant of showing up for the first time, just know that you are already the poem and it's just waiting for you to step into it.
Yeah, and shouts out to everybody at DPL. You know, I gotta say, I was a big fan of John Coltrane until I met a different jazz man that I loved more. Give it up for Jasmine, who is holding us down. Appreciate you so much, Jasmine. You're wonderful. And thank you, Tiffany. Did you like that? That was good, right? Thank you, Tiffany, for being able to be here and hold us down, and everybody who's been watching. We appreciate kicking it with y'all as always. And we'll be here every Tuesday. We'll be back on the Instagram. Also, if you're interested, next week we're going to be doing some cool stuff with the Southern Fried community. There's some cool stuff happening over there all next week. And there is a big Southern Fried Poetry Slam happening in June, which registration is going to be opening up for out of state or out of region teams, I believe in like 2 weeks. And they're going to be giving away like $7,000 in slam, indies, and teams. And you can make any team you want and send them there. So, you know what I'm saying? See what you want to do. Oh, it's all on Zoom as well because there's a panorama. We want to make sure that nobody gets a Piccadilly Circus. Yep. And I think that's all I got to say.
The way that Alicia is staring at you, I am dying.
Yeah.
I want to say just thank you so much. Thank you, poets, for being here, for sticking around. You know, we love it when we get to be around our community and see each other and just kind of be in the same space. It's really, really dope, really beautiful. I want to just literally one time, I want you to introduce yourself so we can go ahead and cut out. I'm going to post everybody's social media and stuff like that, but just say hello to the people, you know, just say what's up and then where we can keep up with your work. And let's go ahead and we will start with Karina.
Hi again, my name is Karina. You can find me on Instagram, Fresh Young Coconut. You won't see any of my poetry there yet, but I am gonna start posting it more often.
And congratulations on your first time again. And tell us your location, please.
Oh yeah, I'm from LA.
LA, okay. David.
I am in Orange County. My Instagram is my last name, Morin, MOR.IN.voice, Morin voice.
Thank you. Josh.
Josh Evans. I'm out here in Pasadena, California. I'm on all the socials, so at TSTM30 Josh. And then YouTube, Talk Story to Me Studios. I do stories, interviews, voiceover stuff. It's a lot of storytelling, word fun.
Oh, yes, thank you, Nia.
Yes, you can find me on Instagram at NiaKilla_. I'm originally from Detroit, but I live in the DMV area, so repping the East Coast.
Thank you. Wade.
What up? You can find me. Oh, well, one, I'm in South Pasadena. So what's up, Pasadena? Yes, what's up? You can find me at Wade Forrest Wilson on Instagram or Wealth from Wisdom on Instagram. I'm doing the 30-day challenge, so I'll be posting a new poem on the Wealth from Wisdom page like every day. And if you want to read more of my stuff, check it out. Amazon.com.
Go. Okay, Scott.
Hey, I'm originally from the Bronx, New York, but currently I'm in Teaneck, New Jersey. I'm on Instagram at IamPoet33, and I post off and on. So if you want to see something about me, you can check me out on IG. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Scott. Caesar.
Hello again, everyone. I am from San Diego, California, coming to you live from a very dark room. I'm on one platform on social media, about the only one I have the space for. I'm on Instagram. You guys can find me at Czar, CZAR 2_Y. I appear and disappear at will, but all of my poetry is there, and I repost a lot from DPL, so you'll most likely see me around eventually.
Thank you. Holly.
Hey everybody, I am in Boston, and you can find me on Instagram at The Moon Storybook. I share both poetry and visual arts because I can't keep still, so you can find me there.
Thank you so much. Melissa?
Hi, everyone. I'm from the San Fernando Valley. You can find me on Instagram at ma.lis.uh. I'll be posting some more poems on there. I'm getting out there slowly.
Thank you. And Denise?
I am Denise L. Washington. That's my IG. And I am from South Central Los Angeles, not South Los Angeles.
I heard that. And Jasenia?
Hey y'all, Jasenia. I'm from Chicago. And you can find me on Instagram at J_the_mess, JEI_the_mess.
Thank you. So please follow up with each other, build community. All of our listeners and viewers right now, please follow up with these posts. Y'all give me like 3, 4, 5 Black minutes. I'm gonna post everybody's stuff on here. I really want to say just thank you so much. I want to again announce that the LA Get Down Festival is happening. It is here. It has kicked off officially. Y'all have kicked it off. So please go to greenwaycourttheater.org/LA Get Down 2021 to get all of the events, the drive-throughs that's happening, the slam competitions that are happening, the filming and the viewings and the workshops. Please, all of them, most of them are free 99 with a smile and a hug. We got y'all. So please pull up virtually or pull up in real life with COVID safety, and we'll see you there. Tiffany, thank you so much for holding it down. Alicia and Cube, you already know you're my family. I appreciate it. I love vibing with y'all. You know, if I was there, I had my little sip. So here we go. Just thank you, y'all. Thank you. And this community is so beautiful. Thank you for all of your voices, your words. And that's our night.
Love y'all. Good night. Be good to yourself.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.